What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to part 7 of our Pokemon Nova walkthrough. In the previous episode, we took on another mission from the leader to go and retrieve another fragment, this time from the Ultra Beast Formosa. So we did have to work our way through a fun little memory puzzle in order to reach the Ultra Beast. When we defeated Formosa, we did get the fragment, we returned it to the leader and got a reward and a few more side quests added to our collection. We then took on the rank leader and earned up another rank. We moved up to rank 8. So in today's video, we are going to try and hopefully complete a few of the side quests and then maybe even rank up a few levels and see if the leader wants us to collect another fragment. So I think we may be a bit too ambitious, but we'll see how things go. As you can see, there are some new quests added. We have to go and actually find the people around town in order to activate them. I think there are 3 people that we need to find. So we are going to quickly go and do that. We'll go find the people, chat to them, find out what they want. Usually they are looking for a specific Pokemon. So after we find all of them, we will go and explore some of the wild areas. I think we're going to spend about an hour there and try and catch as many Pokemon as possible, because as you guys know, in order to unlock a new wild area, you have to meet the requirements, and often they ask you to catch Pokemon of different types, but a lot of them. So in order to just cover your bases, I recommend catching any Pokemon that you come across that are at a low level, because those are way easier to catch than the higher leveled ones. Also, going on a Pokemon hunt is a great time to train up your Pokemon and level some of them up. So I recommend catching as many low-level Pokemon as you can. And when you get a bit tired of that, before just leaving, take on some extremely high-leveled Pokemon, because if you can defeat them, you will get a lot of experience. As you can see, the Ultra Crater wild area is still locked for us, so we spent about an hour catching as many Pokemon as possible, and now we have unlocked it. We have also caught all of the Pokemon that we needed for the quests. So the first thing we're going to do is deliver Inkay to one of the people in the police department here. So we're going to go up to the Ultra Police Department level and see what our reward would be. It did take us a bit of time to find those 3 specific Pokemon, and we did have to level up some of them and evolve them in order for the quest to be fulfilled. But there we have it. We have handed Inkay over and received our rewards. Now we just have to go and deliver the remaining 2. This guy looking for 6 berries. We still don't have those 6. We'll have to come back and try that later on. We can just go and get the berries, I think, from the berry plant shop, but we'll rather just wait it out and see what we collect in the wild areas. Now we're going to go and deliver the second Pokemon that we caught. And we are delivering it to Sataria, who we defeated in the previous episode in order to rank up to rank 8. We did have to give her a Grafaiai, so we had to catch its pre-evolution and then level it up and evolve it and then hand it over. So that was quite a bit of work, but it actually leveled up fairly easily because we added it to our party after we caught Trudel, and then it got a lot of experience from all the Pokemon we caught and the few strong ones that we battled. But now that we have completed those Pokemon quests, we're going to take on a rank battle and see how we perform. I did tell you guys that I caught a brand new Pokemon and added it to our team, a really strong one, so we'll see if we actually need to use it or not. But the first Pokemon our opponent sends out is a level 32 Snorlax. So as you can see, most of our Pokemon are now a bit stronger. They're all around level 34 or so, because we did do a lot of training. But this Snorlax is an absolute weapon. Even though it's lower leveled, its defense is really high, and I don't think we have all that many fighting attacks on our team. We'll just have to give it our all and see if we can defeat this guy. We do have our Baxcalibur, but I want to keep that until the end, until we really need to. I'll see if we can first try and defeat all the Pokemon with our regular team. And I am hoping that some of our Pokemon will evolve soon. Our Bagon did evolve into a Shelgon recently, but we still have other Pokemon like Larvitar and Kabuto that still need to evolve. Wow, I really can't believe how strong this Snorlax is. It's pretty much knocked out most of my team now, and we just aren't able to knock it out. So I think we're going to send out our big boy Baxcalibur, which is at level 62. One attack, and that did the trick. The next Pokemon our opponent sends out is Stoutland, and our Baxcalibur finishes that off too. Even though Baxcalibur is not following our orders and sometimes not attacking or using a different attack, it's still helping us massively in this battle. So I think after this we're going to have to do some serious training for the rest of the Pokemon on our team. They're just not up to scratch. I think if we didn't have Baxcalibur here, we would have lost for sure. But we have knocked out most of the Pokemon now. We are down to the final one, which is Ursaluna, and we just one-shotted that. So we have defeated Desmus and earned up another rank. We are now rank 9, so that's exciting. I'm hoping we can also do that again in today's episode and rank up to rank 10. It also looks like we unlocked some new Pokemon at the Ultra Game Corner. We haven't even explored that option yet, but you can go there and potentially get some new Pokemon. So that's quite cool. We might have to go and check that out in a future episode. But now that we have ranked up to rank 9, we're going to come and chat to the leader and see if he has another quest for us. Hopefully we can go and get another fragment. That will help us a lot. We've also just quickly checked our Pokédex there with the leader. So now that we do have more quests from him, we can go and explore some of the wild areas. We have unlocked the Ultra Crater, which we haven't even been to yet, so there's a whole bunch of Pokemon there for us to still catch. But first we're going to try and complete the quest, and then once we've done that, we'll return and go and catch a whole bunch of Pokemon there to hopefully unlock the next area. So it looks like the Ultra Crater is quite a unique looking place. It looks really cool. And here we have just found the Ultra Beast Celesteela, which is quite an interesting one. I'm really curious to hear from you guys. What is your favorite Ultra Beast? I think I have two favorites. Buzzwole is probably my favorite, number 1, and then my second one is Guzzlord. So I can't wait until we actually find and battle those Ultra Beasts. I would love to catch and add one of them to our team as well, but we'll just have to see if that's possible and how things go in the game. We just had a pretty dangerous situation where Necrozma came to attack us, but luckily Soldier Leo helped us escape just in the nick of time. But we have come to a different area now. It looks like there is a cave with another puzzle here. So yes, it looks like if we complete this puzzle, we might get to face the next Ultra Beast and get another fragment for the leader. So for this puzzle, it's really easy. You have to come and chat to the Poipole, and they'll give you instructions on what to paint. So here the first Poipole wants the color red. You just have to scribble. You don't have to draw any specific picture, but you have to use up all the paint. As you can see at the top, there's a little paint tin, and that goes down the more you use. So click on it to draw, and then you can drag around. And you just have to follow the instructions for this first level. It's red, yellow, and blue. And once you have completed those, you will be able to walk through to the next level. So really easy and really fun. Now, when we proceed to the next area, the challenges get a little bit more interesting. So this first Poipole wants us to draw a fried egg. So you have to use a bit of white and a bit of yellow. So you can just draw roughly what a fried egg looks like. If you use the colors white and yellow, you will be satisfied with your drawing and you will complete it. The second one, we've got to use the color green only, so use up all the paint and he will be satisfied. And then finally, the third one wants us to use invisible paint. So you're going to use the brush with absolutely no paint on it and just use up all of that. That's the invisible paint. After completing that, you will unlock the third and final chamber. So here we're going to chat to the Poipo, and it looks like it wants us to use all the colors. So we're going to try and use up all the paint. We're going to use about 20% on each color. You don't have to put it exactly 20%, but you do have to use all of them, and then he will be happy and satisfied. The next Poipo wants us to use absolutely no paint, so we did do that. And then finally, the last Poipo wants us to use all of the white paint. So quite an easy little quest. It was a fun puzzle to complete, and we have done it. It looks like we have unlocked the door to the next Ultra Beast Pokemon. We enter the final room, and there are a whole row of Poipo on each side, and we have found the Ultra Beast Naganadel. I was expecting Celesteela, but it looks like we're going to have to battle Naganadel, which is a really cool poison type, I believe. So hopefully we can defeat it. We'll have to see how strong it is. We do still have our Baxcalibur on our team. That's going to be our backup Pokemon. But we have sent out Haunter, and it looks like Naganadel is at level 34. Our Haunter is at level 37. So our Haunter knocks it out fairly easily. We have defeated it, and some of our Pokemon have gained some valuable experience. As a reward, we have received a cute Poipo bandana, so I'm not sure what that does. We'll have to equip it to our Poipo. And we have also received the fragment, so we're going to return back to town and go and chat to the leader and see if he will reward us, and then we can potentially go and take on the next rank battle. So we are completing a lot in today's episode. We are going to try and fly through things moving forward because this game is really fun. I have been enjoying it thoroughly. We make our way to the leader's office and let him know what all transpired, and we let him know that we did defeat Naganadel and get another fragment. He's really happy and gives us a reward and also some more quests. So it looks like we can go and take on the next rank leader now, which would make our rank at level 10, which is crazy. I'm hoping that the battle isn't too tough. We might have to do some training if we lose this battle. But it looks like the next opponent that we're going to be taking on, his name is Phora. So let's see what Phora's got. Hopefully we can get the W here. It looks like Phora does have a full team of 6 Pokemon. So that's the first time we've battled a trainer with a full team. And the first Pokemon Phora has sent out is the mythical Pokemon Jirachi. We send out our big boy Baxcalibur to knock out Jirachi as well as Gallade. And the third Pokemon that Phora sends out is Farigiraf. It looks like our Baxcalibur is just one-shotting everything. Its level is just crazy high. They have now sent out an Espeon, which we've one-shotted. And the next Pokemon is Mr. Rhyme. So it looks like Baxcalibur might win this entire round for us. Hopefully it can. We are taking a bit of damage now that our Baxcalibur has gone off to sleep. That is a risk when you use a Pokemon out of your rank range level. It won't listen to your orders. It will use different attacks. It might fall asleep for a few turns, or it might not attack at all. The final Pokemon that we are facing is Malamar, and it's knocked out our Baxcalibur finally. But we have sent out Kabuto, which is at level 37, and I'm hoping that the rest of our Pokemon will be able to finish Malamar off. Our Kabuto got knocked out, but we have sent out Shelgon now. We've got quite a good attack in, but unfortunately got knocked out too. We've sent out Larvitar next, which is at level 36, and Larvitar got one-shotted, so it looks like it's down to Poipo, who is only at level 31. And we hit it with a bug-type attack, and it was super effective. So luckily we did get the W, only just, and our Larvitar has finally evolved into Pupitar. So that's what our team needs. We definitely need to do some training and also evolve some of our Pokemon. But we have now reached rank 10, which is a major accomplishment. We have also unlocked some double battles now when you want to do some training. So I think we might have to go and test that out really soon because our normal Pokemon are really lacking. We go up to the leader's office, but before we enter the elevator, he pops out and then he invites us to a new secret area. This area being the basement or the underground level. So we haven't been here before, and the leader tells us that he hasn't been down here either in years. So I'm really curious now to see what we find. We enter the main room and it looks like some kind of abandoned laboratory, and we have a flashback as to what actually happened here. So there is a massive tank that was holding the Pokemon Necrozma, and Lisa, our mother, actually was working on this experiment. So I think this is where things all went wrong. I think Necrozma might have broken out, and that might have caused this whole floor to be shut down because of that tragedy. I wouldn't want to mess with a Necrozma when it's angry, but that is super interesting that we got to check out that area. Now, because we caught so many Pokemon earlier when we did that hour off camera catching as many Pokemon as we could, we covered a lot of the future quests. So we can actually take on the next rank battle, which is what we're going to do. Even though our team really struggled in the last battle, I think we're going to put Baxcalibur up front and try our luck. We are now facing an opponent called a Charo, and luckily our Baxcalibur is just one-shotting everything. It looks like Charo likes to use flying type Pokemon, so our ice type moves are super effective. That's why Baxcalibur is just knocking everything out, and at least all the other Pokemon on our team is getting valuable experience as well. So we're pretty much training them up and getting them to catch up with some of Baxcalibur's power. Excalibur has done a fantastic job, but unfortunately got knocked out on the final Pokemon. So we send out Haunter next and try and put Noivern to sleep. Noivern is the final Pokemon we've got to defeat, but our Hypnosis moves both miss and Haunter gets knocked out. Our Poipole is out next, and Poipole also got KO'd, so this is not looking good. We send out our Shelgon, and Shelgon gets defeated. We've only got 2 Pokemon left, and luckily Kabuto is just the right type to face against Noivern. It looks like Kabuto can take Noivern's attacks, and we are also causing a lot of damage. We did have to use a Hyper Potion on Kabuto, but we've done it. We have knocked out Noivern and gained a lot of experience, so our Pokemon have leveled up quite a lot. They're all around level 40 now, and we have ranked up to rank 11, so we have ranked up 3 ranks in today's episode. Thanks for watching.